So if you followed me for any time at all online, you'll know that a lot of the videos I do, and especially the product reviews that I do, focus on audio equipment, whether it's Bluetooth speakers or headphones or microphones. Things like that tend to take up a fair amount of my product reviews. So recently, I found a company called, I think it's Allimity, and they specialize in Bluetooth sport headphones. Now, I've used Bluetooth headphones in the past, and they are very, very hit and miss. Either they connect really easily, but the sound isn't great, or they sound okay, but they're just a real pain to get set up. So I'm always trying to find something newer and better that kind of fulfills both of those things. You know, something that's easy to set up and that sounds great. So I went ahead and ordered a pair of these, what they're calling true wireless sport earbuds, and thought I would go ahead and give these a shot. They arrived in the mail today, so I thought I would go ahead and open them up, show you what's in the box, and we can kind of take a look and see what they look like, what they sound like, and get an overall opinion based on that. So one thing I want to point out before I actually open the box here is on the back is something that I'm really surprised by, and that's they are, what does this say? Water and sweat resistant. Now, I don't think that's going to be water and sweat proof, but I think if you get them a little damp, you get rained on, you spit on them, whatever, they should be just fine. So when we open the box, we're presented with a nice little carrying case. Has kind of almost a carbon fiber look to it, but it's a cloth case, kind of a hard shell cloth case here. Looks like we've got two user's guides here, one in English and one in, I'm thinking, Chinese, but I could be wrong. And then we've got our accessory box here. So when we open this up, we're going to get a charging cable, and it looks like this is one USB cable that splits off into two micro USB cables here. So you only have to take up one USB port on your computer or on your battery bank or whatever it is. You only have to use one port on there to charge both of the earbuds. So that was very well thought out. And then of course we get a couple extra sizes of the ear inserts so that you get the right size and fit for your ears. So on this case, we've also got a little clip here that you can hook on your belt loop or on your bag or whatever, so you're less likely to lose it that way. So that's a pretty neat little feature that they've added. And then when we open, here we can see that we've got both of these, and these are, like it says, they are truly wireless. You can use one at a time or you can use them both. And the nice thing about it is you only have to synchronize one of them. In order to get it into synchronizing mode, all you've got to do, let's see if I can get it to focus here, is we're just on the back, there's a power/play pause button, or what they would call a multi-function button, where you just press and hold this for a few seconds, and there it goes. When it starts flashing red and blue like this, we know that it's in pairing mode. So whether you're attaching it to your computer, your tablet, your cell phone, whatever, once it's in there, you can start searching for these and they should just pop right up. And what's nice about it is you only have to do that on one of these. Once you've got, in this case, this is the left one. Once it is paired with your device, all you've got to do is just turn this one on. The two will talk to each other and they will both synchronize, so you get a true stereo experience when you're listening to these. Again, if you're somebody who likes to talk on the phone, for instance, and you only want to use the left side, you can do that. You only have to have one or the other hooked up to your phone at a time. But if you want to, you can hook them both up to get that stereo experience. Also, when they're on, they are super easy to put on. You have to fiddle with them a lot. Like I had a pair of sport earbuds that had this same over-the-ear thing, and you really had to like pry them apart. It was just a real pain to get on. But these actually go on very, very quickly and easily without a lot of fuss. Also, they're not noise canceling at all, but because of the way they fit and the shape of them and whatnot, they are noise dampening. So this is kind of a double-edged sword, so to speak. In your day-to-day, it's great because when you're listening to your music or YouTube or whatever you're going to use them for, you won't get a lot of the distractions of outside noise. But if you do decide to take them cycling, running, jogging, walking, whatever, be careful, because they do drown out, or they do reduce a lot of the outside noise. You may not hear some of the ambient things like cars, other people, things like that. So definitely be careful with these if you do take them out and you're out on the road or something like that. Something else that I noticed about these is, let's say you're listening to a song, you're watching YouTube or whatever, and you want somebody around you to listen to whatever you're listening to, and you've got these both on. Well, you can just take one of them off and just hand it to them, and they can be on the other side of the room or next to you or wherever. As long as they're within Bluetooth range, they'll be able to hear what you're hearing, as long as it's not real left-right stereo independent. You can essentially share what you're listening to with someone else a lot easier than having to, have it split and just have their head right next to yours. So if you ever want to share your media, these are very good for that. So let's go ahead, let's connect them up to my PC over here, turn on some music, and let's see how they sound. What I can say about them is that the bass comes through clean and clear. It doesn't distort. The high ends are crisp without being tinny. The mids are well represented, and the soundstage on them is actually fairly wide, which really means that you're going to get a more immersive listening experience, whether it's music or videos or whatever the case may be. You're going to get a great sound quality out of these. So you may think, well, these are fairly good sized, and I wouldn't argue with that. But if you think about it, typically when you've got headphones, there's going to be a little control box. You're going to have your headphones, the wires coming down, a control box down here that's going to have your volume, and it's going to have your microphone and your up and down, your play and pause. All that's going to be down here. Well, these have also got a battery in them, and each side is independent, so you can use one or the other. So when you take into account everything that goes into each one of these, they actually did a great job at keeping them small and still managing to make them sound good and look good, and they fit really well. So when you're wearing them, when you got them both on, and they go on very easily, you can tip your head back and forth, you can shake your head, you're not going to go anywhere. So when you're riding, running, exercising, whatever you're doing, these are going to stay in place the way you want. So if you're in the market for a new set of Bluetooth headphones, whether they're earbuds, over the ear, on ear, whatever, definitely give these a look. They're on Amazon. I'll have a link in the description. I'm pretty sure that they're still Prime eligible, and for the price, you can't beat them. Great quality, great sound, and very, very portable. So definitely give these a look. You won't be disappointed.